Hi everyone, welcome to Daytime, presented by California Closets.
You know, one way to make your mark in the new year is by finding a cause that you can support. Elephants have a special place in my heart, so I was thrilled to find out that there's a place here in our backyard that supports conservation of the largest mammals that are still roaming the earth.
It's called the Myakka Elephant Ranch, and it not only provides a home for some of them, they also prioritize education through up-close encounters. And I know that you were so eager to do this, Farron.
I was eager, I was giddy, I was on top of the world, all of that. And it may sound cliche, but elephants truly are gentle giants. I can't wait for you to see how I was able to even give them a little TLC. Julia, thank you so much for having me here today.
Welcome. We're so excited to have you at Myakka Elephant Ranch.
I'm excited to be here, and I know these gentle giants start their day off early with a breakfast.
They do. They start every day with a breakfast. They have to eat 200 pounds of hay per elephant per day to maintain their body weight. But in order for them to have the best nutrition, this is their vitamin supplement every day. So we give it to them 2 times a day. So let's go ahead and get prepping.
We'll get to prepping. And you all focus a lot on conservation. When people come here, they'll learn about that.
We do. We only do conservation education programs in order to really help elephants all over the world.
And what are some of the things that are most, I don't know, affecting elephants when we look at places like Asia and in Africa?
Well, their biggest conflicts are definitely for the Asian elephant, the human-elephant conflict. For the African elephant, they're far more endangered. There's only about 400,000 of the African elephants as far as poaching for their ivory.
And how many did you say die a day sometimes because of this?
It's almost 100.
Wow, and I'm so glad that we get to be here in America. We can take such good care of them.
Yeah.
I see that they're in now, ready to go feed them. All right, Carol's had breakfast, and I get to give her a treat now, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, Lou, I know you're the owner here at Myakka Elephant Ranch. Thank you again so much for letting us be here. Tell me a little bit about Carol.
So this is Carol. Carol is 50 years old. She's an Asian elephant. She was actually born in Thailand, and she came to the United States when she was about a year old. We just got her about 5 years ago now.
That's fantastic. And for people that don't understand the grasp of just how big these elephants are, tell me about some of her specs.
So Carol's about 8 feet tall, weighing about 7,700 pounds. So she's a little short and stocky for an elephant, but she could afford to lose a couple pounds.
Why was it so important for you to start this facility?
So Myakka Elephant Ranch is all nonprofit. We're an education conservation center. Our main goals are to raise money for elephant conservation, along with really educating the public on elephants. So you have guests coming out, get to not only interact with the elephants, but really learn all about elephants. And we get to raise money for conservation all around the world. All right, Lou, I know this is a special part of the day because you give them a bath every single day, right? Yeah, so the reason we bathe the elephants every day, water is very important for their skin. It moisturizes it, prevents cracking. They actually have to get a full bath at least once a day. So we just allow guests to come out and help with their kind of daily care.
Why is it that sometimes on social media we can see video of elephants moving around in the mud then?
So mud's also very important for their skin. It kind of acts like a sunscreen. They apply it all over, but that also dries out their skin, so they have to rinse it off every day. That's why they'll walk up to 40 miles a day in the wild to get to enough food, to get to enough water. They're constantly moving.
You know, Lou, I noticed that the hair is a little different than I expect it to be in regards to texture.
Yeah, so Asian elephants actually have 3 times more hair than the African elephant. They're closer related to the woolly mammoth, so there's hair all throughout the body.
Our final step here is the pedicure, but this is about more than just pampering, right?
Yeah, so this is very important for their nails. So they pick up a lot of mud and dirt when they're outside digging, and they can kind of dry the nails a little bit. So we just put a little mineral oil mixed with water to moisturize the nail, try to prevent cracking, keep the nail nice and healthy.
And since we're looking at their feet, their pads have a big important part of their overall structure, right?
Yeah, so their feet are very unique, actually kind of small for the weight that they carry. But the way it works, when it steps, it expands, it absorbs weight. They can feel vibrations miles away through their feet. So very, very unique foot. All right, and along with all of those sorts of educational elements, you all have an international art exchange program that you're a part of.
Yeah, so we do a lot of different community outreach programs. One of them is the Conservation Art Exchange. So once a year, we do a big fundraiser where everybody submits drawings to really raise awareness for the elephants, and those also get sent to Africa so kids can kind of collaborate from the States back to Africa.
Lou, thanks again for having us here. I love all the work that you're doing.
No, thanks for coming and helping us raise awareness for elephant conservation.
Wow,
So
that was great.
much fun. And elephants have their own distinct personality. Like Carol was obsessed with the earrings that I had that day. So when you saw her trunk that was like super close to my face, that's because she wanted to sniff and smell.
I learned so much from watching that. First question that I know everybody watching is going to have is, can I go? Can anybody go there?
Absolutely. You can go there, but they don't just invite anyone there. You have to set up an appointment.
Okay.
And then once you set up an appointment, then they give the address. So I can't disclose all of the goodies
No, but
for
you can reach out to them and maybe
can.
they'll
And
allow you to
can set-
visit.
Oh yeah, you have to book it out maybe 2 or 3 months in advance because so many people want to go, but they keep the groups small because they don't want to overwhelm the elephants or anything like that. Something else, I don't know if you noticed this, but so we were interacting with Asian elephants and their ears are in the shape, they look similar to the shape of the country of India. If you ever see an African elephant, their ears are shaped almost like the continent of Africa.
No way.
Yeah, and their tusks are much bigger, so you'll be able to see the distinctions between them
And
now.
the hair was cool to know that Carol is more closely related to the woolly mammoth.
I know, and it was wiry. It was thick. It was almost like a gray hair that you never want to have in your head. But it was
I can relate. She loved her bath. It was hilarious to me that her loofah is a broom and it looks small next to her.
It's massive, but it's so cool getting to be out there. And I want people to know that along with the hands-on encounter, they even have a gift shop where you can purchase all sorts of items. They have different things like what you see right here. So this is handmade jewelry from Africa. It truly turns brutality into beauty because they're able to have conservationists that get the snare wire. So that snare that's used to try to trap and then poach elephants, they turn this into jewelry. They can make necklaces, earrings, bracelets, all sorts of stuff out of it. And then they sell that, and that's able to keep their efforts going there overseas.
Okay, speaking of jewelry, everybody in the office knows how much Farron loves elephants. And so Deanna, who's our producer, who's always so thoughtful with her gifts, got you the perfect Christmas gift.
She did. So she got me this beautiful elephant bracelet. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know, can you see it? Am I showing it? There you go. It's beautiful. And ta-da, look at this.
Please explain, this is so awesome.
She actually she had the certificate of adoption of an African elephant. So
Oh, look at the ears.
Yeah, you can see the ears when I'm talking about
I just
there.
learned that.
Yeah, so I'm just so appreciative to her. It's a symbolic adoption. But who knows, one day I'm just going to put this out there into the universe that I would love to be able to travel to Africa and go on a safari trip to be able to see them in their native land. There's a lot of poaching that still goes on.
I couldn't believe the numbers that he said.
100 die a day, 100 a day. But there are things that we can do to make sure that elephants are around for generations to come. And I hope that by people getting to learn more about them through the work that's done at Myakka Elephant Ranch, that people will see that.
Great job. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you.